Personally, I think rebranding my tarnished reputation was as much of a heroic feat as my many physical labours. I was 21 when I claimed my birthright as Prince of Athens, and within a few months the press had turned on me. As far as they were concerned, I was a waste of taxpayers' money, and the public lapped it up. The public only saw what the press wanted them to see, and that was a spoiled little rich boy, out on the town every night romancing a different goddess every week. They compared me unfairly to my two dads, my mortal father, the strong and wise king of Athens, and my godfather, Poseidon, who by the time he was my age had beaten the Titans and been given the realm of the sea as a reward. As if that wasn't enough, I also got compared to my best friend, Heracles, who, according to serious journalists and gossip columnists alike, could do no wrong. We were down the local one night when Heracles and I had a heart-to-heart. He explained that he had won the press to his side whilst completing his 12 labours. It was just a matter of representation. He gave them the access they needed to fill column inches, and they turned a blind eye to the stories he'd rather they didn't print. So with this in mind, I decided, no more playboy prince living in the shadows of his two daddies and riding on the coattails of his best friend. It was time the people saw me, Theseus, for the kind, hard-working, earnest soul I truly was. I knew I had to do something bold to get the right kind of attention, so I applied to take part in the 3rd season of the Cretan Labyrinth. It was the most highly anticipated event of the summer. The last time the reality TV show had run was 7 years ago, and the Minotaur had come out as a champion. This year, as Athens was still unable to deliver the assassin who had killed the Prince of Crete 15 years ago, we would, once again, send 7 men and 7 maidens in his place to stave off a war between the two nations. News of my becoming a contestant was well received. My piece to camera explaining that I couldn't stand aside and let a civilian go in my place was particularly successful. My fellow contestants were a mixed bunch. Most of the men had some fighting training, although mainly against a punching bag, rather than actual hand-to-hand combat. They were really concerned about getting their faces damaged during training. The maidens were all beautiful, but seemed to think they would need to fight. They believed on the first day one of the men would kill the Minotaur, and then they could launch a modelling career off the back of their participation. The media scrutiny up until our departure was intense. One blogger suggested, and many echoed, that I was only doing this to look good, and would inevitably pull out close to the date with a feeble excuse. I tried not to pay it any heed and concentrated on my training. Contestants must enter the labyrinth unarmed, and I needed to get fit fast. It didn't hurt that a few paparazzi got candid snaps of me shirtless practicing Krav Maga. We set sail for Crete under a black flag, my idea. I thought it would make a powerful front page image. If we were successful, on our return we would sail under a white flag. When we arrived in Crete, the crowd at the port was divided into 2 main parties. The younger generation, excited by our arrival and the celebrity and glamour of the Cretan Labyrinth, and the older generation who were conflicted, wanting an end to the bloodshed but also retribution for their long-dead prince. In the welcome committee was Princess Ariadne, the only daughter of King Minos. I don't think I've ever seen anyone so lovely. According to the gossip pages, she was seeing Dionysus, but until he put a ring on her finger, I considered it a fair game. Unlike the female contestants surrounding me, Ariadne seemed to have more substance to her. Although it was Daedalus who had created the labyrinth, it was Ariadne who looked after it and the Minotaur who lived within. Despite the intense speculation surrounding the Minotaur, no one had ever actually seen a photo of the fearsome warrior. The rumour was that King Minos' wife had lain with a bull and begot the Minotaur, half man, half beast. Whilst the Queen's infidelity was not in question, although King Minos strongly denied it, the bull part was a step too far for most people. They mostly believed that her offspring must resemble the other man enough to identify him as the father, so the Minotaur was kept hidden. The schedule for the first few days was fairly light. There was an opening night banquet, visits to famous landmarks, and of course, training, all helpfully captured for the folks back home by the ever-present camera crew, making the most of every opportunity, since there would be a complete media blackout once the contest began. Early betting on the Cretan Labyrinth was very popular. The pre-labyrinth footage helped engage the serious gamblers. On the third day, we drew lots to decide in which order we would enter the maze. Contestants entered in pairs each night over the course of the week, unless, of course, the Minotaur was vanquished and Athens won. I ended up as contestant 7. I would be entering before a maiden named Helena, who was eager that we form a showmance. After I defeated the Minotaur in her name, she thought she would be guaranteed a reality show on our return to Athens. I quickly quashed any chances of that because A, I didn't want to be involved in anything tacky, and B, I'd already started to discreetly romance Ariadne. We couldn't let the cameras or her father catch us. Luckily, the labyrinth wasn't the only maze in Crete. The castle was full of secret passages and Ariadne knew them all. Whenever I wasn't training, I sneaked off to be with her. She hated the labyrinth. She was desperate to put a stop to the needless sacrifice. Yet she was also conflicted, as she loved both of her brothers, the one who had been killed in Athens when she was a child, and the one living in the labyrinth. She knew for the games to stop, he must die. The contestants were housed in 2 single-sex dormitories, but despite there being cameras placed in all the rooms, by the second night there was a lot of bed hopping and mood was pretty jovial. That changed when the first contestants entered the labyrinth. There were no cameras in there. They stayed outside with us, capturing our reactions. The only indication of how things were going was the machines monitoring the contestants' heartbeats and the screams. The first contestant lasted just 2 minutes. The second fared little better at 6, although 3 minutes of that was screaming. No one spoke much that night. The dead contestants' faces were on the front page of every paper the next day. But it seemed the tide was subtly turning. Some bloggers suggested the labyrinth was something we should no longer celebrate. Denied access to the outside world, I should not have been privy to this information, but Ariadne insisted on showing it. The second night did not go any better. Again, the 2 contestants entered the labyrinth and neither came out. Now the papers were turning on the contestants, accusing them of not taking their responsibilities seriously, of not training enough. The Minotaur had had 7 years to prepare, so should the contestants. On the third night, protesters began to picket the labyrinth. Although we couldn't see them, we could hear them chanting over the walls. It was unclear who they were protesting against. That night the contestants fared no better, and the baying crowd made their efforts feel in vain. And then, it was my turn. As with the other contestants before me, Ariadne escorted me to the entrance. She tried to take a knife, but I refused. I did accept the ball of string she pressed onto me. Earlier in the day, she told me the secret to the labyrinth. Go forward, always down, and never to the left or right. I soon found myself in the heart of the labyrinth, and face to face with its sole occupant. I don't like to talk about the subsequent fight. The Minotaur was a worthy challenger, but on the day, I fought better and I won. It was clear within minutes that no one had believed I would be victorious. I did not want to stay in Crete any longer than I had to. By winning, I had, after all, killed another prince of Crete. I rounded up my fellow contestants, and with Ariadne in tow, we fled. We sailed to Naxos, where we were able to regroup and all got our first look at how the media, and therefore the people of Athens, perceived my victory and subsequent flight. Despite the adulation, my entanglement with Ariadne was not popular. It was rumoured, quite correctly, that she had helped me kill her brother. So, insisting we were just friends, I decided to leave her behind, and continued my journey to Athens alone. After all, I had a newfound reputation to protect. We were still flying the black flag when we arrived home. In the rush of our departure, it slipped my mind. Despite rumours in the gutter press, that wasn't why my father died. He had sent me a text, which I received while we were on Naxos. He knew I was alive. But he was an old man, and my triumphal return didn't need an old king cluttering up the airwaves. Fortunately, it seems my subjects suffer from short-term memory loss. They are quick to forgive all my previous shortcomings, and welcome me, the handsome winner of a reality TV competition, and their new king, with open arms.
I've just realised what you're doing is you're wearing hero boots, aren't you?
That's exactly why I was doing cherries. Nothing to do with the rain. It was all about the story.